guys, welcome back to part 3. But if you are new here, welcome, and please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to your girl. Please hit that bell down below so you can stay up to date when I am posting. And if you have been here, y'all, hey girl, hey. So y'all, I know this video is very plain and simple because I have been doing it so often on this channel, but I actually want to detail it a little bit better for you guys so you guys can actually fully understand. In this video today, we're going to be talking about straightening, silk pressing, flat iron, whatever you guys want to call it. I just want to touch base on exactly what all steps you need to know. I know we missed the shampooing and blow drying process. I do have a separate video on the blow drying step, but I do apologize for missing those steps. I just wanted to show you guys this part exactly and focus more on this instead of the rest of the steps. But I do have separate videos on all of those steps so you guys can fully have, separate videos on what exactly is going on. If you need to ask questions or, response, however you need to do it. I'm just breaking it down in 3 different videos so we can actually focus on just one thing at a time. Also, guys, she do have a video out where we talk about her low porosity. So, only reason why I did a separate video on her low porosity hair is because her hair can be a little bit challenging in some occasions. And if you miss a step with low porosity, then you missed the whole entire service. And I'm telling you, it is very difficult, because you cannot go back. You will have to go back to the beginning. So it is very important to make sure you're doing your shampooing and blow drying process the proper way, because this hair tends to frizz up pretty fast if you don't fully blow dry her hair, if you don't moisturize her hair the proper way during that shampoo bowl. So I try to make sure those steps are involved at all times. Okay guys, let's move on to the actual video. So as you can see, I'm already flat ironing her. That heat is at 410. I am not gonna go up to 450 because her hair is already heat trained into taking the flat iron. So I just want to leave it at a certain amount of temperature, just because I don't want to set it too high. I don't want her to have heat damage, because every time she do come, her curls do revert back. So that's where I'm trying to keep it at. And I'm also touching the root up with a smaller flat iron, just because I can't really get it with the flat iron. I don't want to burn her scalp, because my flat iron could be a little bit sensitive when it comes to the scalp sometimes. But I want to let you guys know a tip on that. If you guys are noticing that your clients are flinching a lot, or if you're flinching a lot, try to make sure your hair is fully dry when blow drying. And if you don't feel like it's fully dry, you still feel like your scalp has a breeze to it, put yourself under the dryer, or just sit under the dryer with heat first, high heat for 5 minutes, and then sit under there for cool for 10 minutes, and that will cool the scalp off. So when you go in and flat iron, you don't really feel the steam, and the steam is literally that the hair is still moist on the scalp. So that is to help, the steam hitting or you getting burned. So just make sure you guys don't skip that step. All right, now, before I even put the flat iron to the head, I do want to let you guys know that you can use a small dime size of a gloss drop or an adhesive spray that has a heat protector in it, to also give the hair another set of coating. You really don't have to put this to the hair when it's wet, when you're blow drying. You want to put this to the hair when it is flat iron, and you just want to work it throughout the whole entire hair. If you got it on your fingertips, or if you got it all on your hand, you want to rub it all in your hand and just massage it all in, and then comb it in so your hair is fully saturated through all the strands. Now, when all your product is applied in, make sure you do not put it on the scalp. I just want to let you guys know that, because it will create that burning sensation on your scalp, and I just want you guys to avoid that. So when you are putting that gloss drop on, make sure you just keep it through the mid shaft and ends and not on the scalp. Now, when flat ironing, please make sure you adjust your temperature for your right type of hair. If you have fine hair, you want to stay more in the 300s to 200s. You can go a little bit up to 350, but don't go up any higher to 450 or 400 because it's too high. For my medium girls, you can go up to 350 to 410. If you want to go up to 450, just be aware that you can create heat damage a little bit faster. And then for my girlies with coarse to more thicker textures, you can go up to 410 to 450. Now, just making sure that that temperature is adjusted at all times. Do not let your flat iron be sitting there for 2 hours or 35 minutes heating up and you haven't used that flat iron. You want to make sure you turn that flat iron on when you're about to use it, so that flat iron is not picking up any more extra heat. Moving on to the next, guys. So another big tip that you guys can use is you can use a comb or a brush when flat ironing. And that comb and brush will help keep that hair flattened and give more tension to your hair. And it also helps the comb glide through the same time as the flat iron is going through, because you'll see a big difference if you just don't use the comb and you're just using the flat iron. It's not, combed through and it's not going through each strand. And let's say you have curly hair, you got like a wave to your hair and you want that stuff bone straight, please use a comb. And just be aware that if you guys are using any combs that are not heat protected, it will melt. So just be careful when doing that. And guys, you don't want to keep using those combs that are melted because they will snag your hair. So I do want to put that tip in there because you can snag your hair a little bit. But let's move on to the next. Now, when flat ironing, guys, I know you see that I'm doing two different kind of passes, but I'm really not. I'm just tapping at that root a couple of times just because her roots are a little bit thicker. But you should only be doing one pass. And the reason why I say that is because that one pass will help out a lot. So my girlies that got heat damage, please stop flat ironing your hair every single day. When you go get your hair straightened or you straighten it only one time. And then you can touch it up one more time. That's about it. But don't flat iron every single day. Don't go in and try to put high heat on it. If it is done with the flat iron, let it be done, because all those natural oils and whatever you're flat ironing that, and it's going to create more problems. So just be aware that once you get that hair flat iron and it's straightened, let it revert back to its own ways. If it poofs up, that's the way how it's going to revert back. And then once you go in and wash it, it's going to curl back up or whatever texture you do have. But do not flat iron every single day, guys, because that is another way how you can create heat damage. Big tip for anybody that has relaxers or have color in their hair. You guys want to be careful when using titanium flat irons. It can sometimes, I'm not going to say it's going to create more of a heat damage, but it can be just too much for the hair. Like the hair texture is going to be a little bit more fine to the medium size. So just try to go down to the ceramic. If you do have color in your hair and your hair is coarse, you can still use the titanium flat iron, but just make sure you only use it one time and then go back and use the ceramic to touch it up. My relaxer girlies just use a ceramic because titanium could be a little bit too much, and you really don't need a heavier flat iron to straighten your hair when your hair is already basically straight and you're just, touching the roots up. So I definitely want to give that tip out because I don't want you guys to have any problems with this. And like I said, this is a learning area. So I'm giving you everything you need to know. And right here, guys, I want to specify exactly what I'm doing. So if you have flyaways, always spray hairspray on the comb and then comb it in. It will do the magic instead of you just spraying the hairspray directly on the hair. If you don't like that stiffness, just spray it on the comb. And guys, I'm going to do another video with straightening so you guys can see the different textures. But stay tuned because I will be doing some more soon so you guys can see the big difference. And here, I didn't even go back and curl it or anything. She just likes it bone straight. I'm not going to go back in and do nothing else. I'm just going to leave it the way how it is. But thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and like and keep subscribing. Bye.